So the definition of leader changes diametrically. It changes completely because we don't want leaders, we want visionaries. When I say visionaries, it's that one thought, one action and one vision makes you a visionary in this world. That is why I say with conviction that we need visionaries. We don't want parents, but we want visionary parents who can create visionary children. We don't want teachers who could just complete the syllabus in the class, but we want visionary teachers who can really take this world to another height. That is why I call you as sculptors of change. So is the change as leaders. What are we here for? We are here for to spread the knowledge and especially to create those visionaries who can lead the country. Are we ready for it? That's a question. I, Usha Mani, who is the brand ambassador of this Global Empire Event Management, UK and India, is proud to be associated with them for 3 long years. I've been with them. I've seen this growing, and so I feel so proud to be here with you. At the age of 70, if I can come and speak to you, it's only because of the conviction with which I'm here. And having said this, I've touched upon 3,000 children in their lives, wherein they need to be the visionary future, the parents, and of course the teachers. This has been my contribution in this field. Who are you then? Where are we here? You're not just a mere title that we are all sitting over here. You're more than a title. When I say that, because when you take this trophy, the first person who is going to be happy about it, you're going to walk into the portals of your home. You're neither a CEO nor a CFO. You're not a leader then. You are a parent, and they are going to be the first. They are going to be absolutely happy about what you're receiving. So you are the future makers, and hence the responsibility is on us. We need to really shoulder that responsibility. Having said this, what comes to my mind is about this visionary person who at the age of 18, when it was Harlan and of course Rajan, parent who were into hotel business, they found that their young boy of 18 was able to take a different route altogether from the hospitality industry. And thereafter, this young lad has started an event management company, slowly grew up to a level. Today he's there with us in our midst, and today he's having international this thing over here. And let us all welcome Uday here, Uday Singh, whom I have seen him growing year after year. If you have Rajan and if you could, Harlan can produce a child like Uday, I think every parent who is sitting here, can produce one visionary at least. And that is why, thank you Uday for being here. Having told all this, how can one become a visionary? That's a question that must be pinching our mind today. 2 things. I'm going to be talking about 2 things, that's all. One, it's called the dining table philosophy. What is it? Dining table philosophy. Yes, it is at that dining table you will be able to have an open communication. What I am talking about is the transparency in communication. There has to be a complete transparency in our communication. And that's why I call this philosophy as a dining table philosophy. The second, of course I've shared that with all of you in the folder, what is called a traffic signal philosophy. What? Yes. As simple as a traffic signal teaches you the life skills. How does it teach? Stop. When you say stop, what does it mean? Just listen. Listen to every word of everything that's happening around. Then you reflect. Reflect on what has been said. Thereafter, what you do is you redirect. You do not guide them. You redirect them. It's only then the future will be a better future. Why am I talking about future? Mainly because being a parent team, coach, wherein I talk to the teenagers. Almost, as I said, 3,000 children are there with me, and they look up to you. Today the world is full of depression. The children are going through a lot of pangs. It's not about the leaders. It's about the visionary leaders who can really impart the skills to your children. So that is my earnest request to every one of you. In this 21st century, it's not about doctors. It's not about lawyers. It's not about any position. All they need is the 4 skills, which I call it as 4 C's. Communication, collaboration, creativity, and of course, critical thinking. If these 4 skills are inculcated right from the childhood, then the world is a different world to see. So my dear friends, you might be wondering, why am I talking all about children in a leadership forum? They are not 2 different entities. You are a parent, you are a leader, you are a teacher, you are a person. So hence, it's my request with all of you to just ensure that these skills are developed so that our children do not get addicted to social media or elsewhere. The challenge is before you. I think we need to work along that. So thank you for giving me this lovely opportunity, being the brand ambassador of this beautiful organization. I have grown a lot. So thank you for being with me. Thank you. Yes. Now for the further announcements, I will be handing over the mic. Yeah. That's one. Yes. I take the privilege in inviting Mr. Virendra, His Excellency Virendra Sharma, to address the audience. Thank you. Okay, yeah. It's indeed a great honor. Before he begins, excuse me, sir, just take a little few moments here. Yes. We are very, very honored to have His Excellency Mr. Wade Jadlikar, the President of Free Republic of Liberland, here with us. It's been an honor to have you. Thank you.
I don't think I need a mic, if you can hear me. If not, then I can put my volume up. Good afternoon. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to come and join you this morning as a first speaker. It's always a painful to any politician to have that opportunity because they wanted to hear others first, then make a point on that. Amongst those people who are intellectuals, visionaries, those people has background on academic side. I don't fit into that. I'm not intellectual. I'm not a visionary individual. I'm not in any shape and form linked with any academic fields. There's a very old saying, those who are from India will follow that easily, that somebody asked the question to somebody who was very informed legally and said, "Are you legally qualified?" His response was, "No, I'm not legally qualified, but I spent a lot of my time with the people who are legally qualified." So during my life, I have spent a lot of time with many friends who are linked with the educational, academic side. I have shared thoughts with those people who are the visionaries, and also listened to many who are the intellectuals in the society. So it means that when you are with them for many, many years, you take a little bit out of that. So that certainly I have learned few things in my life which I will be saying. As you might have seen on the board, that I'm a former British Member of Parliament. I served, worked in the British politics continuously as an elected member at all levels for about 55 years. So that is only my thing, that I have done politics in this country at the different levels for over 55 years. That's where I had the opportunities to link with those people and learn from them. I'm not in that shape and form aware what should be I talking about. Given to me was a life in public service, strengthening communities, championing diversity, and global engagement. So it means that I have to give a little bit of my journey in my whole life to say that how I fit into those things. Those who are from India and understand the life of immigrants, that I'm originally born in India. I was just over 20 when I migrated to Britain as an economic migrant. I want to make it absolutely clear that I was the economic migrant where I came to this country to work, make more money, have a comfortable life for myself, my family, my parents, whoever I can support. That was when we left, or I left India, that was the mindset to come. Normal phrases and people will use, when I left, I had 5 pounds in my pocket, others will say I had 3 pounds in my pocket, somebody will say I had 10 pounds. I always say absolutely truthful. I had no money in my pocket, not a single pence of British currency. So I came, cut short the things as well because of timing and a lot of other speakers after me. My first job in this country was a bus conductor. Those who have seen the old buses, On the Buses series, they will know the role of the bus conductor. And you also saw the role of the bus conductor. So that was my first job. But those people who are in academic field, intellectuals, they will take, and I want you to go back, late 60s, 70s, 80s, the social, political, and economic climate of Britain. Full of racism. Every step you take, some kind of derogatory remarks made. And I use the term which I'm politically aware is the black person on the street, which in my political terms, we are all blacks. You are always threatened one way or the other. And if you look at the role of the bus conductor, you are liaising with the rich people will not travel by buses. Working class people will travel by bus and abuse the bus conductor because that is the weakest sector. A person they can attack on, criticize and say something without fear and take them. So I had, working as a bus conductor, experienced that. It's not for any propaganda purposes, that's written everywhere that if when I'm member of parliament, they say from a bus conductor to Westminster. So that's the route is known. So I'm not telling you something which I never had. And that's the time you have a choice. You are at that crossroad because you are an economic migrant, come here to make money or earn extra money. Which route you follow? You follow to make money, looking for overtime, second job, and then maybe a small business. That's if you look at corner shops, other shops owned by the then Asians or the black people generally. Or are you going to take that abuse or join that movement which is going to fight for the rights of the disadvantaged groups in this country? With the support and help of my wife, I chosen this route. That I wanted to join that movement which is going to fight for the rights of the disadvantaged groups in them. And I was not alone. There were other hundreds of my colleagues, then became colleagues, who joined in. That's a political journey start. So I missed the economic side, where my wife always say, I always wanted, and Dr. Saab has spoken to her, so he's aware that we want a big house, we should have a big car, we should have comfortable life, children should go to the private school, children should have that lifestyle, where I wanted to remain with the grassroots people. I wanted to be in touch. I wanted to go and listen to the people. And that's the journey started. As a son of India, but now as a supporter of India. I'm no longer son of India. Because now I'm British citizen, British member of parliament until recently. Now I have become the British supporter of India, where I wanted India and the British relationship. But as I grew in politics and in positions in politics, where I had the place to influence the decision makings, I gone broader than that. I took part in the international issues and became the member of the International Development Committee, vice chair of the International Development Committee, many global organizations in different social aspects. There was a write-up, somebody said that Virinder may not have taken up the popular issues or taken up the glamorous issues, but he has taken up the issues which directly related to the ordinary working class people, which includes the international students, spoken in the parliament, led the campaign to make the changes in the international students. Health services, I led the debates in the parliament and the delegations to the other countries. So that is where I feel that as a member of parliament, I still use that, though I'm out of no longer member of parliament, but still, because recently I retired, so it still comes on your lips to say, as a member of parliament, now, though retired, but have a responsibility towards the future generations. And I'm saying without any stubbornness, hesitation, I was the leader of the past. There's no arrogance in it. If you look at my role in the political, economic, and social structures, I was the leader. I'm still presently claimed to be on as a leader because I have place in the and positions in the society which make me the leader. But I'm not the future of the society. That's where I wanted to pass on that legacy for the young generations, those who are the future of this society, the world. That experience, learn where we have passed the time and struggled. You don't have to. Anybody from Britain, I would say you don't have to fight for racism now. With our efforts now, there are the laws and the legal remedies to protect you. When I started, there was no legal remedies. Now there is a legal remedy, so you don't have to fight. Don't talk about racism. Talk about further your rights, equal rights on your merit. You are not now going and accepting with a good qualification, but still to be a bus conductor. So I'm asking the future generations, future leaders, to let me work with you. I'm not asking you to work with me. Let me work with you so that during my life on this planet, I can pass on the experiences I had so that you can be the future better leaders than us, or me, or many others. Better, progressive in the society to develop the visionary approach Madam was saying. Visionary that we have a better, peaceful, equal society. You need to be now the 21st century citizen and the 21st century leaders, not 20th or the late 19th century leaders. Time has passed. The whole economic situation changed. We need to, how to take the world out of the war, that crime. I'm not blaming anybody, I'm not saying political side of it. But we need to fight for the peace. If there's no peace, there will be no prosperity. There will be no development. If there's a war, there's a destruction. There will be no development, no educational development, not social development, because you will not have a peace of mind to create that environment. So I don't know whether I fit into that or not, but that is what the role I play. That is the role as a leader I would like to see. And that is what vision I wanted to pass on to the future leaders, so that they can create a society which I may not have created or were not able to create. But I wanted that foundation to lay further, to grow in the society, so that while I'm here, I could see I, as a member of parliament, political activist, I opened my doors while I was in the parliament, and some of people present here are aware of that. I brought the young generation, irrespective of their political views. I'm not saying if you are, I'm the member of the Labour Party, I'm a Labour member of parliament, if you are supporting that political idea, I will give you guidance and support. I said no. There's the basics in the profession, and I will be teaching you those basics, how you can grow in politics. The political party is your choice, which ideology you want to support. I can only guide you and go. I have, with great pride in myself, I have created quite a large number of councillors. I helped quite a few new MPs coming into parliament who, with pride, say in their speeches that it was Vrinder who guided us, it was Vrinder. But some of them are from the other political parties, not even from my party. So you can imagine, if somebody, I'm a Labour, conservative member of parliament, conservative parliamentarian, says that the Labour member of parliament has inspired me, encouraged me. To me, that is more satisfactory than any Labour Party member saying that. So I feel that this gathering today, and I'm thankful to all of you who are present, that this is the vision which Madam was saying. We need to take it. What kind of society we want? Do we want a divided society? Unequal society? Which some people may want that. They wanted to divide the society for their benefit. Do we want that? Will you be satisfied and inside happy if you are a multimillionaire, next door cannot find even the food for the evening? They might find lunch but not have the food for the evening. They can't afford to look after their children. Do we want that society? Or do we want equal, united, and the peaceful society? If we want that, then there's ample opportunities. And coming together is the first step, that we can do the networking, support each other, find the ways to how to can keep in touch so that we can tell each other what is happening and support each other. Elderly like me will be the advisory role to say, look, okay, this is the situation, how did you manage or how would you manage? So that is the relationship I wanted to build, and I hope that today's this session and the future session will help us. But I wish you a good luck, not only today, whichever the field you are in, but remember, whatever your personal ambitions are, if you wanted to have a peaceful, equal, developed society, then everybody can play a part into it, whether it is local election time or the parliamentary role. Whichever the role you have, you can play the part at all levels. And I look forward to possible working with you all, whether you are from India, Kenya, other parts of Nepal. I'm glad to see that, which is known as my second home in my political terms, to say that he is also very closely working with the Nepal communities here and in Nepal. And I look forward to working with you. But today, thank you very much, Mr. Bindra, for inviting me, and all the best. Thank you very much.
It's been absolute delight listening to Mr. Virendra Sharma. I think we all need to take cues from him and move forward. But on this occasion, I definitely would invite the founder, the chairman of Global Empire Event Limited, that is Mr. Uday Singh Bindra, to address the audience. And his
A very good afternoon, everyone. I'm Advocate Uday Singh Bindra, founder and director of Global Empire Events Limited, UK. And I'd like to begin with a small quote mentioning that great leaders are not born, they are made. And they are made just like anything else, through hard work, through perseverance, and an unshakable vision. Distinguished guests on the board, esteemed leaders, visionaries, and pioneers of change, it is an absolute honor to stand before you today at this historic Ashmolean Museum of the University of Oxford, where knowledge, heritage, and leadership converge. As I said, I am the director and founder of Global Empire Events Limited. We have our operations in UK and India. I'm 27 years old, and I find myself standing here addressing some of the greatest minds in leadership, entrepreneurship and innovation. But this journey wasn't always as promising as it looks today. It was a journey of resilience and reinvention. I come from Punjab, India, raised in a family that gave me good education, values and dreams to chase. But life is unpredictable, and in my early years, my family faced a financial downfall. Our business collapsed and we lost our only home. Suddenly, the world looked different. The security I once had disappeared, and I had only two choices: either accept the circumstances or build a new reality. So I chose the latter. At 20 years, when I was 20, I'd say, I started my journey from the ground up, working at a call center. It wasn't glamorous, but it was where I learned the first lessons of leadership, persistence, communication, and the ability to adapt. I then pursued a bachelor's in commerce, and with an insatiable hunger for knowledge, I went on to complete my law. I am a law graduate. So life was tough back then, but through every challenge, I carried my belief with me. The leadership is about taking charge, even when the odds are against you. Today, as I stand here before all of you, I must take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to my parents for their sacrifices, their resilience, and for giving me the strength to rise beyond our struggles. Now, if you all allow me, I would like to do something a little different today. I'd like to make a video call to my parents so they were not able to join me, and so I'd like to thank them for everything. They made me able to do that, right? So I just want to make a video call. So if you could just applause when I make a video call to them, please. I am live, everyone is watching you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
They made me do this, and I hope I've made them proud. So thank you so much for letting me do that. I'll just come on to the motive of this event and the platform, the World Leaders Summit. So talking about my topic of discussion today with you all, that is the Bridging the Gap, the vision behind Global Leadership Summits. In my early years of professional life, I noticed a missing link, that the entrepreneurs, educators, and business leaders lacked a common platform where they could be diplomats, members of parliament, investors, and change makers, which we have today. We have them all today at the dais. So there was a gap in leadership networking. I just wanted to bridge in the gap between leadership, the networking, and a bridge that needed to be built to connect the emerging entrepreneurs and established global leaders. With this realization, I took my first bold step into entrepreneurship. In 2020, we started a physical leadership event in India, gathering around 350 delegates. Then we went on to Dubai. We hosted the Women Leaders Forum, focusing on women empowerment. But the vision was bigger than any of those events. It was about creating a global stage that could unite Asia, Europe, and the United States. The vision is what led to the creation of the World Leaders Summit. And today, here we are in the 13th edition of this World Leaders Summit, where leaders of today, tomorrow, have come together to network, collaborate, and redefine the future of leadership. So I'll just talk about the Sikh way of leadership. I am a Sikh by religion. So we believe in Nirbhav and Nirvair, and we also believe in a culture of this month. I'll just explain it to you shortly what it is exactly. So as a Sikh, my values of leadership are deeply rooted in my faith. In Sikhism, we believe in Nirbhav and Nirvair, which means without fear and without hate. A leader must have courage but without arrogance, power but without oppression, ambition but with compassion. Our 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, introduced the concept of this Daswant, which teaches us that we must give our 1/10 of our earnings for the welfare of others, be it for education, be it for food, or any kind of humanitarian help. Through this platform, I want to encourage each one of you to embrace this philosophy. When you succeed, don't just accumulate wealth, create opportunities, build people, uplift those around you, because leadership is not about how high you climb. It is about how many people you bring up with you. So I practice this one not for glorification, but because I truly believe that when we give back, we grow together as a society. And I invite all of you to take this principle forward, because at the end of the day, all you really need is a roof over your head, 3 meals a day, and a family that loves you. Everything beyond that is just a privilege to move forward in life. So a call to action is shaping the future together. We are at a turning point in the global leadership. The world is rapidly changing, and the future belongs to the leaders who are bold enough to innovate, strong enough to uplift others, and wise enough to learn from every challenge. So as we move forward in this summit, I want you all to ask yourselves, what impact do I want to create? Who can I help grow? What legacy will I leave behind? Because leadership is not about power, it is about purpose. And the road ahead is not just about where you are going, it is about who you are bringing up along. Thank you, Sat Sri Akal, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Udayji, for this such an inspirational talk. And of course now, since keeping the time in picture, we are moving ahead with inviting His Excellency, Mr. Whit Jetlika, President, Free Republic of Liberland. Thank you. Are you comfortable, sir? Okay, I'll take this one.
Good afternoon, distinguished leaders, esteemed award recipients, and fellow visionaries gathered here at this historic summit in Oxford. It's an honor to address you today as the President of Liberland, as a nation that is represented by more than 800,000 people that share a common vision in building the freest country in the world. A nation, I believe, heralds a new generation of statehood. First, let me extend my warmest congratulations to all of you receiving the awards at this summit. Your leadership, innovation, and boldness light the way for all of us, and I'm privileged to share this stage with you. We stand in a city that has long been a crucible of ideas that birth empires, spark revolutions, and shape modernity. Today, I bring you an idea that is both radical and timeless, a nation found on voluntary participation and meritocracy, not coercion or privilege. Liberland is more than just a place. It's a providing ground for future. I would like to share how we are drawing from history while chartering a course that is uniquely ours. Consider our Senate, Liberland Senate. It shares a kinship with your House of Lords, not in the grandeur, but in its role as a stabilizing force of wisdom and experience. Yet unlike House of Lords, with roots of tradition and heredity, our Senate is fiercely meritocratic. Our senators earn their seats through real contributions, be it in innovation, investment, or in service. Picture House of Lords where every peer has built something extraordinary from the grounds up. That's Liberland Vision and Liberland Senate. The meritocratic drive is also nods to East India Company, a historical marvel that governed vast territories, not by divine right, but by competence and adaptability. Like that pioneering entity, Liberland thrives on the entrepreneurial spirit and results. But we diverge in purpose. Where companies sought profit through conquest, we seek prosperity through freedom. Our citizens opt in with voluntary taxes. Yes, completely voluntary. And they are always rewarded with merits. No one is forced to fund they don't value. Instead, they contribute because they believe in a society that they are building, where freedom and responsibility are inseparable. This is the bedrock of new generation of nation states, one that is built on trust, not compulsion. Let me highlight one timely milestone. In 13 days from now, on 3rd of April, Liberland will hold its third elections, completely automated elections using blockchains. This time to select members of Liberland Congress, our main meritocratic body. Our current Prime Minister, Justin Sun, will defend his position as a key figure in this process. For those unfamiliar, Justin Sun is a global leader, a mind behind Tron, a blockchain platform that has revolutionized digital economies. His leadership has brought unparalleled energy to Liberland, and he attracted numerous numbers of new innovators and strengthened our digital infrastructure. This election of Congress will showcase how Liberland fuses cutting-edge technology with governance, ensuring every voice is heard transparently and securely. Speaking of milestones, I would like to extend you invitation to all of you to the 10th anniversary of Liberland. It is happening on 13th of April. I like that everything about Liberland that is very important is actually on 13th, including the birth of our country, as well as the birth of my first son, as well as this 13th as this 13th event that we are now participating in. To my fellow leaders here, I ask, what could your nation glean from this? Imagine governance as a service. People choose not to be burdened, but actually use state for a benefit. It's a bold shift. It's not an easy. Build it from scratch demands a grit and imagination. But that's why we are here at this moment. To swap daring ideas and push the envelope. To the award recipients, your victories prove that competence and courage can change the world. Liberland is living the proof of the same truth. We are not an utopia, but a work in progress fueled by belief in human potential. As I look around, I see leaders tackling economic divides, technological leaps, and complexities of a connected world. You have earned your place through action and entitlement, a meritocratic spirit we truly have here. So let's dream together in this hallowed city and vision a future where nations compete through value, not force, where governance is a partnership, not a dictate, where liberty and merit lead the way. Liberland is small, only 7 square kilometers, but our vision is vast. We invite you, thinkers, leaders, and doers, to join us at the 10th anniversary of Liberland. To critique, to improve us, to maybe adapt our model, maybe to set up your company in Liberland. The world is watching and the stakes are high. Thank you for your time and your openness and your willingness to embrace the unconventional. Together, let's forge the future worthy of the honors we celebrate today. One where freedom and merit reign supreme. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful address. And now may we move on to Mr. Bhagwani Ji Chauhan, former Mayor, Brent, and Councillor of Alberton.
I don't need that. I'm sure I'll be able to.
Shall I remove the chair from there?
Good afternoon, everybody. And a lot of stuff a couple of things have been said. First, I would like to say thank you to the 13th Summit of International Organization. And I'm proud to see a young person who is a chairman, who has worked hard and brought us together, Mr. Vidya Singh, and giving an opportunity today to say some few words. And I was told you have to speak only 5 minutes. I'm sure a lot of things have been said. My mentor, when I came in this country, my name is Bhagwanji Chauhan. I came from Africa, Kenya. We were being told to leave the country. Said, but here I came, and it wasn't easy to work. And again, I'll say my first job was bus conductor. We worked together, all together, and we have seen the hard part of the life and forget the past. Let's go for the future. So I'm not going to repeat all. We have seen all this with my mentor. And I had a great opportunity. Was told, what do you want to do? I reflect the words Mr. Uday Singh said. Yes, I want to achieve some goals to work with the community, because I was doing work as a young in the community in Africa, helping the elderly, helping the women, helping the communities come together. And that was the spirit when you are young. So I would say all of our leaders here come from all over the country. Our future is our children. To bring them entrepreneurs, social education, also the women with a disability, or the woman to bring together. Some of the women in Africa, I used to remember they had HIV and other things, how we can help. But I'm going to cut story, because one of the cooperative groups we worked and mentioned those HIV students to bring and build a musician group into the world #1 from Uganda. So, very simple and short, I'm proud to be here, and we have got nearly 60 people here, leaders here. How we can share your experience? You are a leader, or I'm a counselor. I was told to do same thing, seva, we call seva, Gujarati help, and not expect anything. All right, you do your seva. That's it. And that's why I'm here, and I'm doing that. How we can work to our seva to do the younger generation education, bring the younger generation together. And also thanks to, while being a counselor, thanks to Nepalese communities who have supported me working together in this country. I'm proud to be all the communities together. Doesn't matter whatever we are, but we are one together. Let's bring a development in the global. And imagine today we are 80 or 60 here. We have got hands together. Let's bring our children forward. Bring the best education to everybody. Not even education, there are sports. And my keen is also to work with women empowerment, bringing all the women to the, because our life is very hard. And we can achieve with social entrepreneurs, the businesses, we have to work together, and also the diplomats or MP, whoever they are, let's work together and bring together. And I end my here, and let's see, best of the best we come out of from here. United, we are together, let's work in a teamwork, and nothing can stop our vision, which I was told. Vision is very important. It's not for you, it's for our younger generation. If you think I'm going to gain what I want from him, that's not the way to work. You give your work, you give your time, your energy and everything, it will bring itself, and people will say, here is, he brought 10 schools, 10 women empowerment. So I end here. Thank you very much all of you for listening to me. Jai Hind, Jai Shri Krishna.
So did you like the program? Yeah, thank you so much for being here. So now I would like to offer the gratitude and the token of love to our dignitaries. So I would like to call Mr. Xavier. I would like to call Mr. Xavier to present the award and the token of love to our dignitaries. The first name is Vijay. So Vijay is the President of Free Republic of Liberland, and we would like to offer this award and the token of love for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now the second is Bhagwan Ji.
Very technical. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Another is none other than the Virendra Sharma Ji.
Thank you very much.
थोड़ा सा इधर मूव करना बिकॉज प्रोजेक्टर आ रहा है फेस पे फोटो में थोड़ी देर प्रोजेक्टर आ रहा है
So thank you, David. And another we have like Inoki Patricia Newton. Finish, right? Thank you so much. Now, again, the 13th World Leader Summit. We are going to have the award ceremony again now. So I would like to call the name of Colonel Maylin Pan Ganiban MC for the awarding the outstanding leaders and dedicated healer excellence in military medicine women's health. Dharman Ranjan, Director of the Year of Excellence in School Development, Mr. Dharman Ranjan.
Thank you. We all move in the front.
Projection in the theater. Now it is coming.
So thank you, Mr. Dharman. Another awardee is Dr. Abhishek Venkateshwar, awarded as the Young Professional of the Year.
Dr. Abhishek.
Thank you so much. So we have another awardee, Dr. Devendra Singh, awarded as Excellence in Education and Social Impact. Dr. Devendra Singh.
Books देना है.
Thank you so much, Dr. Devendra Singh. And we have another awardee, Dr. Dulal Tarufdar, Pioneer Transforming Educational Institutions. Dr. Dulal Tarufdar.
He's doing a book launch, Dr. Devendra. You can mention that.
The good news is Dr. Devendra Singh, he is going to launch a book. He is the author of that book. So please give a round of applause to Dr. Devendra Singh. Thank you so much. So our next awardee is Dr. Gulab Talukdar, pioneer in transforming educational institutions. Very Thank you so much. So we have another awardee, Dr. Joseph Kian Zangan, awarded as the Outstanding Leadership in International Education. So we have another awardee, Dr. Pooja Siddharth Rao, awarding as the Dynamic Entrepreneur of the Year.
या पहले ये कर दो अनाउंस हो चुका है
कर रहे हैं वो उसी के बारे में लिखे जब तक एक पर्सन अवार्ड नहीं ना देगा जब तक एक पर्सन अवार्ड नहीं देगा मेरी बात समझ लो जब तक एक पर्सन अवार्ड नहीं देगा तब तक नेक्स्ट नंबर
Dr. Joseph Kian Zhang, awarded as Outstanding Leadership in International Education.
So can I go? Because just
Our next awardee is Dr. Pooja Siddharth Rao, awarded as the Dynamic Entrepreneur of the Year, Business Transformation. Our next awardee is Dr. Kopila Pokhriel, awarded as the Outstanding Women in Social Service and Community Development Nepal. Dr. Kopila Pokhriel. Thank you so much. Our next award is Dr. Regina Pierre Morelli, awarded the award for contribution in changing the education system. Thank you so much. So our next award is Dr. Venugopal Rao Veeramaneni, awarded as a visionary mentor in Vastu science and spiritual leadership. Dr. Venugopal Rao Veeramaneni. Thank you so much. So our next award is Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim, awarded the Prime Arabia Global Service Dubai, awarded for the excellence in global mobility and the travel services. Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim. Thank you so much. So our next awardee is Appleton Private University, Girona, Spain. Best education institution working on the interpersonal skill building. Appleton Private University, Girona, Spain, awarding for the best education institution working on interpersonal skill building. much. So another award is Mr. Joinal Hussain Turi, awarded for the award for contribution at international level. Mr. Joinal Hussain Turi.
टू डेंजर आगे जाकर मैं कैमरा में कुछ बोलना चाहता
यार इसको बोल दो मेरी बोलेंगे
हूँ नाम मेरा दो मैंने बोल सकते हैं नाम क्या
यार प्लीज प्लीज बहुत ज़्यादा नाम लेना ठीक है लाइक जैसे हम आए एंड देन व्हेन ही इज टेकिंग द अवार्ड जैसे अभी अवार्ड ले रहे हैं बहुत ज़्यादा गैप आ रहा है
Thank you so much. So our next award is Mr. Maximilian Tuch, awarded for the excellence in art and interdisciplinary education. Mr. Maximilian Tuch. Mr. Maximilian Tuch, awarded for the excellence in art and interdisciplinary education.
A small request to everyone, those who have received their awards, we're not finished yet. We have yet many more awards. I just request you to just proceed outside here to get your video bite for the Business Nation TV done outside. Our camera person team is just heading outside in front of the standee. Just record your video bites, and the award ceremony meantime continues. And apart from that, we will still have some speaker sessions from visionary leaders and dignitaries who've traveled from around 15-20 countries. So don't miss that, and stay till the end till 4:30, because we'll have a group photograph outside the Ashmolean Museum. We have flag of all your countries. We will get you clicked with we will click a photograph with you outside the museum with your country flag. So don't leave till the event finishes entirely, right? Thank you. We continue.
Okay, so our next award is Mr. M. Fleur B. Magnificent, awarded for the most inspiring business leader. Mr. M. Fleur B. Magnificent Jr., awarded for the most inspiring business leader. Mr. M. Fleur B. Magnificent Jr., awarded for the most inspiring business leader. Congratulations, Mr. Our next award is Mr. M.D. Hassan Ikram Ahmed, CEO of the Year. Mr. M.D. Hassan Ikram Ahmed, CEO of the Year. Mr. M.D. Hassan Ikram Ahmed. Mr. M.D. Hassan Ikram Mohammed, CEO of the Year. Thank you, sir. So our next awardee is Mr. Ranjit Joseph, awarded for Outstanding Leader Award in Leadership. Mr. Ranjit Joseph, awarded for Outstanding Leader Award in Leadership. Mr. Ranjit Joseph. Mr. Ranjit Joseph, Outstanding Leader Award in the Leadership. Thank you so much. Another awardee is Miss Jennifer R. Incabo, awarded for Emerging Entrepreneurship in Skincare. Miss Jennifer R. Incabo, awarded for the Emerging Entrepreneurship in Skincare. Miss Jennifer R. Incabo. Awarded as Emerging Entrepreneur in Skincare. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. And another awardee is Miss Majira Binti Mohd Jain, awarded for the Innovative Leaders in Education Excellence. Miss Majira Binti Mohd Jain, awarded for Innovative Leader in Education Excellence. Miss Majira Binti Mohammed Jain, awarded for the Innovative Leaders in Education Excellence. Congratulations for the award.
He's calling me. They said they don't have certificate. No, this one.
Okay, our next award is Mr. Munir Khan, awarded for the Entrepreneur of the Year, Innovation in the Technology. Mr. Munir Khan, awarded for the Entrepreneur of the Year, Innovation in Technology. Mr. Munir Khan, awarded for the Entrepreneur of the Year, Innovation in Technology. Congratulations, Munir Khan. Thank you so much. So our next award is Mr. Pankaj Soni, Leadership in the Social Work. Mr. Pankaj Soni, Leadership in the Social Work. Pankaj Soni. Congratulations. So our next award is Mrs. Usamani. Awarded.
Before I receive the award, may I have some silence with the audience, please? May we all be seated? May we all be seated, please? It's an honor to receive this award, and let us respect everybody who's getting this award. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
So our next award is Mrs. Usamani, awarded for the award for contribution to education community. Mrs. Usamani?
Is she?
Yes. She has been awarded for the contribution to education community. Thank you so much, Mrs. Usamani. So our next awardee is Mr. Gadam Sai Krishna, awarded for excellence in judicial leadership and legal advocacy. Mr. Gadam Sai Krishna, awarded for excellence in judicial leadership and legal advocacy.
I think we could applaud for everybody who's here, who's receiving the award. Let's put our hands together.
Mr. Gadam Sai Krishna, awarded for the excellence in judicial leadership and the legal advocacy. Thank you so much. So our next awardee is Mr. Suman Roy, awarded for the Change Maker of the Year. Mr. Suman Roy, awarded as the Change Maker of the Year. Mr. Suman Roy, he has been awarded for the Change Maker of the Year. Awarded for the Change Maker of the Year, Mr. Suman Roy. Congratulations, Mr. Suman Roy. So our next award is Tourism Infrastructures and the Enterprise, awarded for the leadership in tourism enterprise zone and the infrastructure. Tourism Infrastructure and the Enterprise, awarded as the leadership in tourism enterprise zone and the infrastructure. Tourism Infrastructures and the Enterprise, awarded as the leadership in tourism, enterprise zone and the infrastructure. Congratulations for getting award in the leadership in tourism, enterprise zone and the infrastructure. Thank you so much. So our next awardee is Development Tourism Investment Promotion and the Digital Transformation Zone Authority. Development Tourism Investment Promotion and Digital Transformation. Sorry, another awardee is Mr. Will Lucan.
Kind request, may we all be seated? Please kindly take your seats. Let's applaud for everybody. It's not just enough if we receive the award, others do. So let's take a moment, reflect, and be here so that we can enjoy the program. Please be here, please be seated. Kindly be seated. Thank you.
Mr. Will Lucan, awarded for the Outstanding Leader Award in Leadership. Mr. Will Lucan, Outstanding Leader Award in the Leadership. he has been awarded for the Outstanding Leader Award in the Leadership. Mr. Will Lukang. Thank you so much. So our another award is Dr. Nitya Tihain, awarded for the award for contribution at international level. Dr. Nitya Tihain, awarded for the contribution at international level. Dr. Nitya Tihain, she has been awarded for contribution at the international level. Contributed for the award at the international level, Dr. Nitya Tihain. Thank you so much. So we have another awardee, Dr. Binu Siva Singh, awarded for the contribution to the education community.
एक बार नाम अनाउंस कर दो दोबारा.
Dr. Binu Siva Singh.
Someone is coming on his behalf. दोबारा
So someone is coming on his behalf,
डॉक्टर बीना JPR.
Dr. Binu Siva Singh. He has been awarded for the contribution to the education community. Thank you so much. So congratulations once again. So we have another awardee, Dr. Clarita G. Adeline, awarded for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. Clarita G. Adeline. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to Dr. Clarita G. Adeline, awarded for the Lifetime Achievement Award. She has been awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. Clarita J. Adeline. Congratulations for that. And we have another awardee, Dr. Ernest Ray J. Adeline, awarded for the Outstanding Education Leader. Dr. Ernest Ray J. Adeline. So he has been awarded as the Outstanding Education Leader. So he has been awarded the Outstanding Education Leader, and his contribution in education field is tremendous. Dr. Ernest J. Adeline. Congratulations, Dr. Ernesto. And we have the next awardee, Dr. Janet J. Adeline. Dr. Janet J. Adeline is awarded as the Outstanding Education Leader Award. So she has been awarded as the Outstanding Education Leader Award, Dr. Janet I. Adeline. Dr. Janet I. Adeline, awarded the Outstanding Education Leader Award. So our next awardee is M.A. Rebecca B. Pallard, awarded as the Best Principal of the Year. M.A. Rebecca Pallard, awarded as the Best Principal of the Year.
It's indeed an honor to present this award to Meena Chand, exemplary leadership in technology and community. Please put your hands together, all of you. Put your hands together.
इसके बाद इसका
While they are taking a little time to get photographed, Meena is just getting ready. Here we have Meena Chan, her exemplary leadership in technology and community. Come on, put your hands together.
University Wolverhampton.
And community development. Put your hands together. I just can't hear you clapping. Come on. That's wonderful. Now we have Dr. Pramod Kumar, Director of Research Development and Quantlis. Dr. Pramod Kumar. Dr. Pramod Kumar? Yes. Oh yeah, that's there. Yes. So we have Dr. Pramod Kumar, Director of Research and Development at Quantlis. Come on, put your hands together. I can't hear. Just can't hear. It's all their hardships. While Dr. Pramod Kumar is in all smiles, we have the next awardee, Shehzadi Sultan. Shehzadi Sultan. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Shehzadi Sultan, Women Entrepreneur of the Year. Now we have Mrs. Fatima Zamin, Outstanding Leader Award in Leadership. Fatima Zaman. The next awardee is Mr. Zeen L. Bardo, Lifetime Achievement Award in a humanitarian value. Come on, please put your hands together. Zeen L. Bardo, Lifetime Achievement Award as an humanitarian. While he is there, I'm just calling out the next person in Dr. Veer Venkata Satyanarayana Vakapatala, FinTech Innovative of the Year, Mr. Veer Venkata Satyanarayana Vakapatala. अभी बोला था oh yes yes yeah is Mr. Veer Venkata Satyanarayana Vakapatala here please. There you are. Has gone, what is received? No? Yeah. Okay. While he's being photographed, Dr. Shan Gulshan Ruprai, Global Excellence in Education and Compliance and Leadership. Dr. Shan Gulshan Ruprai, please kindly get ready. नहीं मतलब
आने वाले हैं बैठे अभी अगले पे गए ना इससे पहले का चल रहा है डॉक्टर वीर वेंकटा डॉक्टर वीर वेंकटा पीछे
डॉक्टर वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण वाकपटला
शान गुलशन का दे दे
Please put your hands together. Come on. Yeah. Mr.
Dr. Veer Venkata.
Yes, Dr. Veer, I think this is the third time I'm calling your name, of course. Yes, Veer Venkata Satyanarayana Vakapatala. An Innovative of the Year. Please put your hands together. All of us, please applaud. God has given us 2 hands just to applaud. Next is Shyam Ghoshal Rai. Next is Akshay Vijay. Okay. Dr. Akshay Vijay Kulkarni, Entrepreneur of the Year. Dr. Akshay Vijay Kulkarni. Another call. The last call.
Yes, you must.
Okay. Mrs. Visha Mohindra and Mr. Binda Singh. Best School of the Year. The award goes to Mrs. Visha Mohindra and Mr. Binda Singh. The best school of the year goes to
Many congratulations, sir.
absolute congratulations to you, ma'am and sir. Put your hands together for them. Please kindly put your hands together. That's wonderful. It's indeed a proud moment for each of the recipient to hold on to this award and feel elated about it. Mr. Kumar Lokanathan, Social Entrepreneur of the Year. Mr. Kumar Lokanathan, Social Entrepreneur of the Year. Now we move on to the next awardee, Dr. Olivia Dunlop in Fashion Community Impact. Dr. Olivia Dunlop.
She's coming.
Oh yeah, kindly put your hands together. Let's bring in some energy, come on. Yeah, that's great, that's wonderful. We have the next awardee, Advocate Annapurna Nimachati. Annapurna Nimachati Award for Contribution in the International Level.
इसी पे रुकना मैम, मतलब अभी इन्हीं पे ही रुकना, पहले वो ले लेना, नहीं तो फिर नेक्स्ट पर्सन आ जाएगा.
The award goes to Advocate Annapurna Nimachati.
Supreme Court Advocate. Supreme Court of India.
Yes, she is a Supreme Court Advocate of India. Come on, put your hands together. All legal matters are there for her. The next set of award goes to Akshay Ramesh Ved. Akshay Ramesh Ved for Dynamic Entrepreneur of the Year and the Business Transformation. For his contribution in the field of Entrepreneur of the Year and Business Transformation. Big round of applause, come on! It's such a pleasure to have this wonderful moment. All of them are grabbing the opportunity to be there on the stage and have some few moments with them. Next we will move on to Mr. Manoj Kumar Rokde. excellent in artistic and magical illusion. Something that's very interesting. Please do listen. Dr. Manoj Kumar Ropte, excellence in artistic magic and illusion. Mr. Manoj Kumar, are you there? Okay. Now we move on to the next category. Mr. Mohit Gupta, Entrepreneur of the Year, Innovations in Technology. Mohit Gupta, I can hear this side. Very, very enterprising. I wish I could hear from the other left side too. Mohit Gupta. Mohit Gupta is over? Mohit Gupta, no? The next set of award goes to Mr. Mohit Gupta. That was Mohit Gupta, no?
Yeah, Mohit.
Okay. Put your hands together again. Mr. Nurul Hossain. The next award goes to Mr. Nurul Hossain. Excellence in Innovative Investments and International Education Leadership. Excellence in Innovative Investments and International Education in Leadership. Absolutely stupendous. Kindly put your hands together. We are moving on to Sai Kiran Nayak Banod. Sai Kiran Nayak Banod, Award for Contribution in the International Stage as a researcher. I could just see 3 of you clapping it out. Could I have some more? Dr. Vijay Vittore is the next awardee. Dr. Vijay Vittore. Am I right in spelling your name? Yeah, thank you. Excellence in Medical Service and Philanthropy. Excellence in Medical Service and Philanthropy. Dr. Vijay. A big round of applause. Give it up for Dr. Vijay. The next set of award goes to Uttama Sorat Community Leadership Award. Come on, let's make some noise. Come on, put your hands together for Uttama. Uttama, she's grabbing that little moment of time to be in the presence of all the dignitaries there. उत्तमा कम्युनिटी लीडरशिप अवार्ड।
बीच में ना इस बार अनाउंसमेंट करना है कि कोई जाए नहीं, अभी स्पीकर सेशंस पड़े हैं, अवार्ड सब में खत्म हो गए, हम स्पीकर सेशंस करेंगे।
Okay.
और बाहर
There is so much waiting for you. I find hardly anybody seated. Please kindly be seated. It's just not over. It's just not over. We are going to have a beautiful photograph outside the auditorium. So please be seated. And also listen to the learning of wisdom that's coming forth. Okay. Now the next awardee is Spandana Nalagandala. Am I right? Seems to be from Andhra. Dr. Spandana Nalagandala, an innovative leadership in cosmetic gynecology. Dr. Spandana. Yes. Put your hands together for Spandana. Mr. Prashanta Kumar Datta. Mr. Prashanta Kumar Datta, excellence in academics, leadership and innovation.
He's not here.
Maybe he's outside?
No, he's not here.
He's not there. Okay, fine. Okay. Mr. N.B. Tandon from Canada, President of Canada Nepal Tourism and Culture and Trade. Please put your hands together. Come on. Give it up for Tandon. Mr. N.B. Tandon. I think we all have to clap for ourselves now. It's time to clap for ourselves and recognize each one of us for our own contribution.
Just to sit so that we can start the speaker session.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yes. It's time for all of us to be seated and could hear learning of wisdom from many of the dignitaries who are present over here. It's not over. Just not over.
Award ceremony is done.
Yes.
ये बता दो कि मैं award ceremony conclude कर दिया. We are
Yeah.
proceeding to the speaker session. Yeah.
After this beautiful award ceremony, award is a recognition for yourself, for the work that you have done tirelessly, relentlessly, and it need to be recognized. And let's now move on with the next item of the program that we have some of the wisdom talks by some of the dignitaries who are present over here. It's going to be a greatest moment for us, and thereafter we are going to have a beautiful photography session outside the hall, which will be your memory forever. Today's great moments are the memories of tomorrow. With these few words, Usha is signing off.
हाँ बुला लो.
Thank you, Dr. Usamani. So we have the next talk sessions by Dr. Ihaku Patterson Newke. She is the author, entrepreneur, founder, Sidasir. So we would like to call her and speak something regarding the leadership, and as well as her topic is accelerating action through the social impact and alignment of the purpose. Dr. Ihaku Patterson. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause.
Could we have some silence, please? May we have some silence? 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 Yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, who's going to? Are you comfortable with this?
I'm fine. I'm okay. Thank you. So good afternoon, honored guests, Mr. President of the Netherlands, and honored members of Parliament and former members of Parliament, and world leaders. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you all here, and for me, this is even more of a pleasure because my dad, during the 1960s, actually got a sponsorship. I think, no, scholarship, not sponsorship, to study at Oxford, and he was at Trinity College. So that was, maybe we can shut the door. So my dad, during the Civil War in Biafra, he got a scholarship to study at Oxford. And this is the first time I've ever been to Oxford, so it's a great honor to actually be here all those years. And now my background, I am, my dad, he sort of came over here as a political refugee in the 80s, because he got into politics after studying medicine. And I was here in the 80s as a young girl. So it's really, really wonderful for me to actually represent immigrants here and to show you that, what can be done. So I'm going to talk about accelerating action through social impact and alignment with purpose. Okay, so as we know, this is International Women's Month, and for the Commission for Women, this year is all about accelerating action, empower every woman, equality, progress, and inclusion. And that's the theme for this year. So it seems really that only prominent women are the ones who actually get the voices heard. And it doesn't matter, the race or the country or the culture. But I'm actually here to represent those hidden women in our midst, those people who don't have a platform, they don't have a voice. And they also need to be heard. And that's what when we talk about inclusion and equality, that is what we're talking about. So this is very much dear to my heart because I run a social enterprise called Cedar Cube, which is all about family restoration. And one of the key values we have is empowerment. And empowerment, one of the ways we empower women is through economic empowerment. So we start small micro businesses for these women to help them to be fundamental to their community, sustainable, and to feed their families. So I just talked to you about two of these women who I came across. One of them was in the 2020. And the way I come across this woman is very, very obscure, and that's what I'm talking about, hidden women. So one of these ladies was Abeke Taiwo, and I just happened to be scrolling through Facebook as you do, and this woman just announced that she was about to take poison, right? So I just wondered, why is this lady about to take poison? And I thought, okay, I'm sure she's just not looking for attention, but just in case. I messaged her in Facebook, and I talked to her and I said, why do you want to take poison? And normally with women it's two things usually. One is relationships, the second one is finance. And this woman, those were two of her problems. So I managed to talk her through and get her to a stable state. And in terms of the finance, that was a bit of a longer term situation. But one of the things that we've been doing since that time was collecting old clothes, second-hand clothes, and sending them. She was based in Nigeria, sending them to these women in Nigeria, and they start selling these second-hand clothes, so they're able to feed their families. And selling second-hand clothes is probably not most people's passions, but we also coach them through what is their passion, what do they really want to do. So that lady really did very well. She started a meat second-hand dried meat business, packaged meat, and then she also started a business for her mother. So this is the type of impact that that we're talking about. Second lady, that was last year. It was very similar as well. In a group, again, she wanted to commit suicide. She said she had already bought a rope to, hang herself. She had 3 children. Her husband had lost his work, and she was the only one earning. She was a teacher. But the situation in Nigeria sometimes, there's a number of you who come from, third world countries, sometimes people work and they don't get paid. So she hadn't been paid for 3 months. Her husband hadn't been working. And they had been eating, it's very similar to flour. In India, they'd been eating flour. And she was like, you know what, there's no point. She was about to take her life. Again, same scenario, talked her through everything. She managed to, we did a fundraiser for her. And she managed to start a drinks business, right? Retailing drinks, soft drinks, and she's doing very well now. So, that was good in terms of taken that action to fundraise and send this money to these women. But I find that at this moment in time, it's like we often get apathy in terms of our humanitarian, our hearts. It's like, we get tired of seeing all these fundraisers going on and trying to send money here and there, and we get a bit weary. So my call to everyone is, don't get weary. Don't get weary of doing good things because you can help people. But one other way I can say that we can not get weary of doing good is by aligning our action to our purpose. Okay. we all have a purpose. We're not all here by accident. I'm not here by accident. There's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I'm here with, world leaders here. And the reason why we're all here is because we all have a message to pass on. We all have a gift to give to the world. We all have a purpose. So what is your purpose? I want you to think about that. And in my book, which I launched last year, it's called The Awakening of Purpose Through Passion and Pain. We go through all these things. The first part of it is about our talents, the things that we're born with. And then also the skills that you develop as you go along in life. Then the other side of it is the pains, the burdens, and the sufferings that we go through in life. Because those things also point to our purpose, right? They're not for nothing. And it's for us to be able to transmute that suffering and transform them into something meaningful, into something that we can also share with the world. Because when we suffer as well, we gain skills, we gain experience, and we gain things that we can pass on to other people to learn. And that's what life is all about, to help others and to learn. So, with this, once you're aligned with your purpose, through consistent action, you can actually make an impact in the world. And this is how you are able to leave a lasting legacy. And you're not able to get weary of doing good, because the things that you're doing are in alignment with your purpose, with your values. And that's how you leave a lasting legacy. So thank you all for listening to me, and congratulations to all the awardees today.
Thank you so much. She has pointed out such a beautiful point, so in this context, what I understood is like identifying the problems, building the models, and impacting the society, how it helps, especially the women. So please give a big round of applause to her. And our next speaker is Mr. Suman Roy. He's the social entrepreneur from the Canada. And the topic he's going to deliver is the Zero Hunger Project, a path to end the global hunger. Mr. Suman Roy.
Thank you very much. Sorry, my voice is a little broken, but otherwise I wouldn't need a mic just like him. So, how's everybody doing? Okay, let me get you guys awake a little bit. How's everybody doing? Great. Did everybody have the snacks or lunch or breakfast today? Yes, no? Everybody? Anybody who didn't have any meal all day? I see no hands. But you know what? 35% of our world population did not get a meal this morning. 35%, almost 3 billion people. Out of that, almost 500 million are children less than 5 years old. And we say food is a human right. Still, 500 million children less than 5 years old do not get proper meals during the day. And that is a huge problem that we have globally. The United Nations have been working on the Sustainable Development Goals, and zero hunger being number 2. But unfortunately, even as we are in 2025, our hunger rates are in where we were in 2005. It has gone back from 2015. And a lot of it is because of the geopolitical situation that we see around the world, the wars we are seeing around the world. We've had the pandemic, the cost of food and inflation has gone up drastically. And it is a crisis. We say we are out of the pandemic of COVID, but we are in a pandemic of food insecurity. We are in the pandemic of hunger. And that is a reality, unfortunately. I was so impressed hearing the philosophy of your nation, and pardon my ignorance, I didn't know about it before we heard you speak. But it's fantastic. And I think there are countries that has done brilliance in supporting their communities that we need to talk about more. We know Brazil has done a fantastic job on zero hunger, and there is other countries. Ethiopia has done a little decent job on zero hunger. Finland, if you look at, Sweden, if you look at, there are countries who has done massive work around zero hunger. However, the developed countries are slacking behind. In United States today, one of the richest country in the world, 13% of their population do not have enough food. 13% in the United States. And they have all the money in the world. Canada is not that behind. It's little over 11%. And these are the developed countries, and the numbers are very similar in Britain, France, Germany. You speak about all the countries. The developed countries is a similar problem. So what is the problem? Why is developed countries having enough resources still not able to provide the basic human right for their communities? And I think one of the biggest problem, and this is just my personal opinion, is developed countries in a lot of cases do not really recognize the problem head on. Whenever we are talking of hunger and poverty, the first thing that goes to many people's mind is that poor hungry kid sitting in Africa or Asia. That's the first image that goes in your mind. Does it show you that there is this kid sitting in front of White House and begging for food or money? Is that the vision anybody gets? No, they don't. Because we don't have that narrative out there. And unless and until we recognize a problem, we can never solve the problem. So the key is recognizing the issue of hunger in developed countries. And that is something that we all should embrace. Secondly, we always say that yes, we can always point our fingers at the government policies needs to be there. Absolutely correct. But who chooses the government? Each one of you, by giving your votes. So ask the right question. In Canada, unfortunately, we see there is a huge apathy. People don't go out and vote enough. And if you don't go out and vote, how can we sit there and complain that our country is going down the drain? And that's the same problem in the US and a lot of developed countries where we take democracy as our right, we don't go out and vote. So I'm saying this very timely because I hear the Canadian elections are coming within the next month. And Australia, I heard, is another election coming very soon. So I'm putting this out very timely. It's time to go and vote to elect a government who's going to actually be there for your community, be there for the most vulnerable. I represent an organization called the Feed Scarborough. Also, it's called the Zero Hunger Project, which works globally on food insecurity and food security. So please follow us. Follow me on sumenroy.ca and zerohungerproject.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for Suman Roy. And actually, he told one beautiful statement like recognizing the problem, right? So it is very important for us to be aware what is happening and what needs to be done. This is the first step of creating social impact in the world. So we have our next speaker, Mr. Will Lukang, leadership coach from the USA, and he will be talking about elevating leadership, preparing for the challenge of today and tomorrow. Mr. Will Lukang.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests and Member of Parliament, and good afternoon, fellow leaders. This afternoon, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be able to present the topic for elevating leaders, where we prepare our leaders for today and tomorrow and future. In today's talk, I'll start with a topic of what's keeping the CEO up at night, because that's really how businesses are run. And according to Global Leadership Forum 2024, they surveyed 233 CEOs all over the world. And these are the top 5 concerns they have. Number 1, at 54%, attracting and retaining talent. especially in global economy right now where you could hire people working remotely. Accessing talent far and wide is accessible to everyone. How do we compete against other companies to hire the best talent? And how do we retain the best talent? Number two, at 52%, global recession and slowing down economies are concerned. How do we continue to get our market share and stay competitive in the market? Number three, at 42%, navigating uncertainty. That's the concern. With a lot of unknown, how do we prepare our business to be sustainable and resilient? And last but not the least, at 34% is driving innovation. As you can see, talent management and economy are the top line worry of a CEO. So I'm sharing the 5 things we could do to actually make a change and help the leader tomorrow. Number 1, identifying and developing talent. Many times, talent development is a one-off thing. It's a flavor of the month, flavor of the year. It needs to be a strategic goal. We need to make it imperative, important to us, because with a competitive market, we cannot keep our people if we can't train them and we can't keep them engaged. So how do we do that? Set up a talent management program initiative as part of the global overall strategy, making sure that there's budget and support for it. The next step you do is identify the top talent in your organization. Who are top talent? While doing that, you also need to identify critical roles, because critical roles are the number one thing you need to think about in terms of top talent. Once you identify the top talent, you now have to think about assessing their skills and maybe identifying gaps, if there's any gaps. If there's any gaps, work with them, create training programs to help them be able to improve those. Next step we could do there is create a development plan. All talent pool member need to have a development plan. And last but not the least, we need to make sure that this is something that measured across the enterprise and not just a one-off thing, and therefore we need to keep on going every year. The second thing we could do is improve strategic thinking. How do we do that? Encourage big picture thinking. A lot of times we get stuck with the process, with the project we're working on. We want our people to step back and think about the vision and the value that they're working on. Learn to step back and look at the mission and vision. And a lot of times companies then end up falling into trap that they don't look at the mission and just think about earning more money. In the end, they're cutting costs and cutting corners. Foster a culture of curiosity. Encourage people to innovate. Encourage people to experiment. Provide opportunity for them to partner with one another. And last but not the least in this area, provide a safe space for them to be able to voice their concern and raise any issue that they might have, and also take calculated risks. Number 3, managing change. About the only thing that's constant in our life is change. I think we want to build companies that are change ready. How do we do that? We must communicate the why of why we're doing change. We need to foster a growth mindset in our organization. We also need to model the way. As a leader, you can't say something but not do it. So it's really important for us to model the way. Empowering our people through involvement, through listening to them, being empathic about what we're doing. And last but not the least, provide continuous improvement and learning. Provide appropriate support and training. At times when things get tough, training budget goes away. Make sure you allocate that for your people. Number 4, what we could do better is decision making and prioritization of work. Right? It's not about who yelled the most, who screamed the most, get the most budget. Equip the leaders with proper decision making methodology. Encourage them to focus on data-driven decision making. Help them focus on high impact versus low impact. Sometimes you have a project you're doing, you're busy, that doesn't mean it adds the most value to the organization. And last but not the least, the most effective way of doing this is peer learning. Create a cohort of people cross-functional from your organization in different silos and bring them together to experiment and solve problems in your organization. Last but not the least, number 5, embracing AI. AI is here to stay. If you don't embrace it, your company will disappear in a couple of years. As a leader, we need to understand AI. We need to learn what AI is all about. We need not follow the next person, the next company, what they're doing. We need to create a vision of what we want to do with AI. How is it relevant to our business? And how must be implemented? Next, you need to set a clear vision of what that AI implementation is going to achieve. What value is going to add to your business and to your people. And then you need to focus also on the ethical consideration. AI could go bad if used improperly. Make sure you have proper guardrail and support to make sure you're doing the right thing. And make sure that people are trained and given the support they needed. And last but not the least, celebrate success and quick wins. Takeaway for today's talk is, we must create a plan. We must create it today. Actually, you need to create it yesterday, but yesterday's gone, so today's the best day to do it. You need to create a leadership program to help your people grow and develop. If you don't, they're going to leave. It costs you 30% of their salary to hire someone to take over their job, not to mention loss of productivity. You need to move your organization in the right direction. Sometimes this is the hardest thing to do, but you need to do it, because if you don't, people are going to leave. And then last but not the least, be strategic, support your people, fund the project, and making sure every single leader in the organization are being held accountable for making this happen. If you do this, what are the outcomes? 3 times more likely that your people and top talent will stay engaged, because they know that you're innovative, you care about them, you train them. 2 times more likely to make sure they don't get burned out. Burnout is the #1 problem we have now these days. People working long hours. And last but not the least, you're 2 times better in dealing with ambiguous environment and situation, because your people are well trained and well prepared. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Will, for such an insightful insights. So I still remember, I got a wonderful opportunity to collaborate with the University Cambridge, and I was researching on the disinformations, and that I found that one entrepreneur, he was simply explaining like his management, his organization suffered so badly because of not good management. So I like to point how he has enlightened, how he has somehow explained about the importance of talent acquisitions, understanding AI, because businesses, being the computer science students, I love AI, and if we could not catch the pace of the AI in this world now, it's going to be the problem. So now we have the next speaker, Uttama. Yeah, so see Miss Uttama Sarab, Educator India, and the topics she's going to explain about is from classroom to the leadership, nurturing the next generation of the change makers.
I don't need this. A very good evening to all the existing leaders who are present here on this beautiful evening to make this evening a memorable one. I really appreciate the initiative of the organizer to gather the leaders from the industry to help and shape up the ever dynamic, talented upcoming leader through this interactive session. I am Dr. Uttama Singh, CEO of Maharani Kishori Group of Colleges for Girls. It's also called MKM Group of Colleges for Girls. Basically, we are working for girls' education and its empowerment. I feel delighted to be part of this event, and I really, extend my heartfelt thanks to this organizer of this event. First of all, I would like to throw, some light on the success journey of MKM College. The challenges we faced, opportunities we lost, hardships, and the opposition and the support during our journey. This organization is founded by my grandfather, Chaudhry Rajinder Singh, with a vision to teach each and every single girl of this society. We have started this organization with only 37 girls. And, with the vision of my grandfather, till now, we have graduated more than 85,000 girls. Thank you. And proudly and lively, I am living the vision of my grandfather. And now, I would like to talk about today's topic, that is leadership, classroom to leadership, the nurturing of next generation of change makers. As we all know, the classrooms are not only place of learning. We all know it's a place of incubator of leadership. We often picture classroom as a rows of desks, right? Place of key instructions, right? So these are the old one. Now time has been changed, right? So the education transcends those traditional boundaries. So it is a transformative journey, a catalyst for nurturing the next generation of change makers. And this journey, the journey from classroom to leadership is not merely a progression from students to professional. It is a transformation of individual to make them catalyst for bright future. So this transformation is not merely, result of academic skill and professional training. This is the cultivation of leadership qualities we nurture with our students through our educational environment. So, we are just providing our student a platform for transformation. This is the shift is palpable. Gone are the days of rote learning, passive absorption. Now students are actively engaged through the project-based learning. They are, tackling the real world problem through simulations, collaborating, innovation, solutions. Am I right? So, these things shows us how we are nurturing the next generation of change makers. So these things, this holistic approach of educators ensure that our students are not focusing on the career. They are focusing on lives of human. And they are equipped to be leaders, communicators, best decision makers. So we are not creating graduate, we are nurturing the future generation of change makers. We are cultivating our change makers. And we are empowering our students by focusing on their passion. We are motivating them to choose their passion, to develop their skill and talent for becoming, different personality in today's society. We are empowering our students to build their future for brighter and sustainable for all of us. So this is the thing. Leadership is, playing a good role in today's scenario. In the last, I would like to say a few lines here about leader. A true leader is one who has walked the path earlier and shows the path to others, and now take one to walk the path with others. Thank you so much.
It's been beautiful to hear Uttama. What I mean to say is, it is not what the teacher taught. When the child comes back and says, I am learning, when that transformation takes place, then there is a transformation in the field of education. I've been in the field of education for 43 years. I'm the director of education, and today I think it is a golden moment to hear Uttama here. The next speaker that we would like to invite is Mylin T. Pagani Ban. Colonel Mylin T. Paganiban. Am I right in spelling your name? Okay. Very happy to meet you, ma'am. Absolutely. You will announce the topic, am I right? Yeah. In fact, ma'am is going to be talking about military healthcare, leadership, advancing innovations, resilience, and holistic well-being. We welcome Colonel Mylin T. Panganiban.
Good day. Honorable guests, esteemed leaders, and fellow awardees. Magandang hapon in Filipino. It is an immense honor to stand before you at this prestigious gathering of world leaders, visionaries, and change makers. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to share my journey as a military doctor serving in the Armed Forces of the Philippines for more than 2 decades already. A journey that was defined by resilience, service, sacrifice, and most of all, unwavering commitment on saving lives. This recognition is not just for me. It's for the countless men and women in uniform who dedicate their lives in public service, often in the most challenging and unpredictable circumstances. Leadership is not found in titles or ranks, but in quiet sacrifices made on front lines, in remote communities, and in times of crisis. As a military doctor, I have worn many hats: a healer, a leader, a mentor, an advocate for health and well-being. In times of conflict, I have been a healer. In times of calamity, a responder. And in times of peace, an advocate for public health and soldiers' welfare. Through it all, I have learned that true leadership is not about power. It is about purpose. The uniform I'm wearing today is more than just a profession. It symbolizes commitment, dedication, and sacrifice. A true leadership is measured not by authority, but by service, by the lives we touch, and by the impact we leave behind. Beyond the pandemic, my mission extends to the heart of the armed forces through ensuring the health and well-being of every soldiers. Through annual physical examination, mental health programs, and post-stress debriefing initiatives, we have strengthened our troops not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. A strong army is not defined by its firepower, but by the well-being of those who serve. But our duty does not stop on our own. We also care for those who stood on the other side, the former communist terrorist groups who have chosen the path of peace now. As a military doctor, we are bound by our oath to heal, regardless of their ideology. We provide them with medical care, hoping that through compassion and rehabilitation, they can rebuild their lives. and become part of a more peaceful and progressive society. Beyond military camps, we extend our hands to communities in need. Through medical outreach programs, we extend services to remote villages, underserved populations, and those affected by conflict or calamity. Our goal is simple: to bring health care where it is needed most, to let people know that they are not forgotten. I share this recognition with my fellow military doctors, healthcare workers, and frontline worldwide, who tirelessly dedicate their lives to others. Let this moment serve as a reminder that leadership is not about status. It's about service. It is about using our knowledge, influence, and skill to uplift those in need, bridge gap in healthcare, and create a future where no one is left behind. As I accept this honor today, I do so with renewed commitment to continue serving, healing, and leading with purpose. I also dedicate this recognition to my family for their unwavering support. Also to my mentors, the Army leadership, the Commanding General of Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Galido, and my commander in 2nd Infantry Division, Major General Cirilo Balaoro. Also my staff at the Army Station Hospital, who stood by me. May we all forge a path where leadership is defined not just by achievements, but by the lives we touch and the impact we leave behind. May we use our respective platforms to create a world leadership is driven by compassion, unity, and the relentless pursuit of a better tomorrow. Thank you, and may we all continue to serve with honor, lead with purpose, and inspire with compassion. Mabuhay! Thank you so much.
It was indeed a pleasure listening to her. If we are all awake, it's because of these armed forces. Our lives are so safe because of these people who serve the army tirelessly. A big round of applause for the people who have laid their lives for us. Thank you. The last but not the least is Dr. Binu Shiva Singh, a research scholar from India. Doctor?
He's not here.
It's not here?
Yeah, I'm doing the...
Okay. So it's... 1 minute. Let's go.
Regina.
So he's not there. And then you can
On
do
a
the
session
speaker?
before him. It's called
Okay.
I'm Regina Javier.
Okay. Can I have your name, please?
Yeah.
Just 1 minute. Since Mr. Binu will be joining us later, probably.
Yeah,
So,
Regina. Regina.
we have
Regina.
Reginald.
From Jaipur University.
Okay. Jaipur, is it?
JPR University.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. We have Dr. Regina from JPIR University. Thank you.
Okay. I would. So good afternoon, everybody. The topic given to me was transforming education for future innovation, leadership, and impact. Transforming education for the future requires a strong focus on innovation, leadership, and ensuring that learning system remains relevant, inclusive, and effective. The rise of artificial intelligence, automation, and digital technologies is reshaping industries and job markets. Traditional education models often emphasize memorization over critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability. The pandemic accelerated digital learning and highlighted gaps in accessibility infrastructures. This in education perspectives, particularly in marginalization communities, many current curriculum do not align with skill-needed future jobs. Educators require continuous professional development to keep us with evolving trends. Traditional teaching methods may not fully engage in digital native leaders. Education innovation involves technology, new teaching and personalization learning experiences and enhance students' engagement and outcomes. AI-powered tools provide personalized learning experiences and automated assessment and offer real-time feedback. Immersive learning and environment enhance experience learning in subjects like science, history, and medicine. Learning analytics help educators track students' progress and tailor instructions to individual needs. Focuses on mastery of skills and time spent in classroom encourage problem solving, collaboration, and real-world application of knowledge. Students engage with learning materials before class, allowing in-depth discussions and interactive activities during the sessions. By investing in digital infrastructure to expand internet access, provide digital services, and integrate technology into classrooms. Equip educators with the skill and resource needed for modern teaching. By implementing hybrid and experiential learning, collaborate with teach companies, research institutions, and government to drive innovations and strengthen public-private partnership. Thank you all for giving me such a good opportunity. And thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Absolutely nice.
Thank you so much.
I think a big round of applause for all of us who have been listening so patiently, so patiently. Okay. Yes, we are coming to the end of the program, no doubt. We also need to remember people who have not been able to make it today. Owing to certain circumstances, especially I'm sure you must have heard, 21 flights have been cancelled today. Most of them who were supposed to be flying today have gone back. So I definitely would like to take this opportunity in announcing their names so that, you know, we have felt so good that these people are there with us. Though they are not there physically, we are there spiritually. Okay, Dr. Avni Kumar, international level, award for contribution at international level. He's not here. Please give them let this clap just reverberate and, okay. Mrs. Ayushi Sen, Digital Startup of the Year. Dr. Mayur Bora, Environmental Leadership, Excellence in Social Impact. Dr. Prashant Babura Nayak, Athlete and Cycling, Mountaineering Icon of the Year. Dr. Rohit Jaiswal, Leader Award in the Skill Development category. Dr. Satyashri Akula, Award for the contribution at international level. Dr. Seema Kotak, Most Inspiring Author and the Change Maker of the Year. Dr. Maliha Hasim Sabale, Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. Kunjam Pooja, Award for the contribution in the health awareness. Mrs. Karuna Vinit Lotte, Young Literary Prodigy of this year. Probably the child could not make it. So it's so very sad. Mr. Jogeshwar Singh Kshatrimayayum, Outstanding Contribution Awards in the Martial Art and Training Worldwide. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, Award for the contribution in medical sector. Distinguished Professor and Leadership Award. Dr. Tang Hin Yong, Outstanding Leadership Award in Distinguished Professor. Dr. Thomas Edward Campbell, Global Inspiration and Literary Excellence Award. Mrs. Nuruddin Biniti Ismail, Innovative Teacher of the Award. Dr. Vincent Tan Ki Kim, Dynamic Entrepreneur of the Year, Business Transformation. Dr. Rajinder Athwal, Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Breton Robert, Visionary Leader, Educator. Then Mr. Hermilio Arbius, Junior Innovative Educator of the Year. And Innovative Educator of the Year. With that, we conclude the list of awardees. I think, though this is the entire event that has gone by, and I think we all deserve a big, big round of applause. All of you kindly raise your hands, please. Just raise your hands. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Turn it behind. Tap yourself and say, I am the best. I am the best. Thank you. Udayveer, are we arranging the photographic session? Outside the auditorium? Okay. So, with all this time that has gone by, it's the last memory that lives with you. The good moments of today are the sweetest memories of tomorrow. So when you look back where you are, you need a photograph to be taken with you. So let's have our photographs taken at the outside entrance of the museum, wherein we could have a memory for the lifetime. So you may proceed to the... Is that that? Okay. So with that, a big, big round of applause for the Global Empire Event Limited. Come on! I can't hear the... Come on!
We don't leave the flowers.
I want a photograph with all of you.
Yeah, come down. Where's the photograph?
I will take it in my life.
Okay, all right.
While I was announcing the photograph.